If she had bowed her head just once, if she had accepted defeat the way the men around her expected, England might never have seen the rise of the most powerful royal dynasty in its history, because one woman, alone, betrayed, and surrounded, refused to surrender the crown that was promised to her. Her name was Empress Matilda, daughter of a king, mother of a king, and the woman who almost became England's first reigning queen centuries before anyone believed a woman could rule. This is the story of how she fought a civil war against the very men who swore to recognize her, and how history nearly erased her victory. Matilda was born into destiny. Her father, King Henry I, raised her unlike any royal daughter of her time. While other princesses were trained to smile and marry, Matilda learned diplomacy, war strategy, and governance. Henry didn't see her as decoration. He saw her as his heir. From the moment she could walk, courtiers whispered, "She thinks like a king," and Henry did something no English king had ever dared. He declared his daughter his successor. Every noble in the land swore loyalty to her. Every lord placed a hand on the Bible. Every church official blessed the decision. Matilda would be queen. England would follow her. But power attracts betrayal, and fate tempts even the loyal. When Henry died, Matilda was across the channel in Normandy. She expected to return and take the throne she was promised, but she underestimated one man, her cousin Stephen, a charming noble with a dangerous ambition. Stephen raced to London before Matilda could arrive. He bribed the church. He gathered the nobles. He placed himself on the throne, and he declared her claim invalid simply because she was a woman. Matilda's destiny was stolen from her in a single winter morning. Most women of her time would have accepted defeat, but Matilda had her father's fire. She refused to let her crown be taken, and thus began a brutal civil war. A war that would tear England apart and become known as the Anarchy. Matilda was not a typical medieval noblewoman. She rode into battle on horseback. She commanded armies. She negotiated alliances with cold precision. Her presence inspired loyalty, not because she was gentle, but because she was relentless. She fought like a monarch. She strategized like a general. She endured like a survivor. While Stephen wavered, Matilda moved with purpose. Her forces crossed stormy seas, captured strategic towns, and proved that she was, in every way, her father's heir. One night in 1141, Matilda achieved the impossible. Her troops defeated Stephen's army in battle and captured him. The king, the usurper, was dragged before her, humiliated and powerless. England stood on the edge of a revolution. She had won. The throne was finally hers. But the moment she stepped into London to be crowned, everything turned against her. The nobles who had sworn loyalty years before now hesitated. They feared a woman's rule would weaken them. They wanted a queen who obeyed, and Matilda did not obey. She demanded taxes to fund her army. She refused to beg for approval. She acted like a king, and that terrified them. Soon after, riots erupted in London. The streets filled with stones and screams. Advisors begged her to escape. Matilda fled in the night. Her victory vanished in hours. And Stephen, freed by traitors, reclaimed his crown. But Matilda refused to break. She became a ghost in armor, disappearing into forests and reappearing at strongholds. Her most legendary escape came during a snowstorm. Stephen's forces surrounded her castle, waiting, but Matilda saw the thick, white snow falling. She wrapped herself in a white cloak, snuck out of a side gate, and walked across a frozen river, invisible against the blizzard while her enemies searched only meters away. History called it the White Escape. Her enemies called it witchcraft. Her allies called it destiny. Either way, she lived to fight again. Years dragged on. Battles won, battles lost. England burned. Matilda never gained the English throne herself, but she changed the future of England forever. In the end, she secured something far more powerful than personal glory. She forced Stephen to recognize her son, Henry, as the rightful heir. And when Stephen died, her son became King Henry II, first of the legendary Plantagenets, the dynasty that shaped medieval England. Every king after him, from Richard the Lionheart to King John, carried Matilda's blood. She lost her crown but secured her legacy. Empress Matilda spent her later years ruling her own lands, advising her son, and watching him become the king she had been denied the chance to be. History forgot her for centuries. Men wrote about Stephen's bravery and battles won. But the truth is simple. England became an empire because Matilda refused to step aside. She was the woman who proved a queen could fight like a king, the warrior who carried the crown in her heart even when she could not wear it on her head. Her legacy was not defeat, it was foundation. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your favorite topic you want me to cover next. Your support helps bring these forgotten queens back to life.